Welcome back everybody to Veve Gems, where you get periodic videos on top quality NFTs on the Veve app, which I call Veve Gems. Today I will show you the top 10 undervalued comics on Veve along with a portfolio tracker and Veve stats for week number 22. And this is not financial advice. This is the weekly Veve statistics snapshot that I will be discussing in more detail later on in this video. This table shows the cost in gems per MCP point. In general, any value that is 7 gems and below is considered a good value. And the comics that stand out on this table include the rare variants of Journey into Mystery Annual number 1, Groot FA, Nick Fury FA, and Fantastic Four number 12. This table shows the supply percentage still available on the market for the top 10 undervalued comics on Veve. In general, whenever the supply still available on the market is 0.5% or below, it gives us an indication that prices tend to be supported at these levels, and these levels would be considered a good entry point for the long term. This table shows the percentage upside potential in the prices of the comics, and in general, any percentage that is 300 and above is considered a good value. For those of you interested in the secret rare comics, we can see some negative percentages, and that means these comics are overvalued and are expected to decrease in price, while at the same time we can see some positive percentages, and these are expected to increase in price. This table compares the current prices of the top 10 undervalued comics. In general, any value that is 7 gems and below is considered a good value, and we can see the ones that stand out on the list include the common and uncommon variants of Hercules first appearance, Groot first appearance, Nick Fury, and Fantastic Four number 12. This table shows the total editions minted for these top 10 comics on the list. If we look at the last column, we see the total editions, and looking at the first column, we see the number of editions under the common variant. Then the next column, the number of editions for the uncommon variant, then the rare, ultra rare, and secret rare. The factors on the right side of the table show you how rare is that variant compared to the common variant. So looking at number 1, Marvel Comics number 1, the uncommon is 8 times more rare than the common. In other words, there is 8 commons for each one uncommon, and there's 16 commons for each rare. There's 20 commons for each ultra rare and 80 commons for each secret rare. So this table will give you some perspective of how rare each variant is compared to the common mid-size. This table shows this week's addition to the investor's portfolio. So we have the top 10 comics ranked and the variants of those comics, as well as the prices of these comics today. And at the bottom we have the total amount invested for this week's investor's portfolio. This table shows the price performance of the addition to the investor's portfolio that was selected last week. So we have the list of the top 10 undervalued comics, the variants, the prices last week, the prices today, the change for the week, and the change percentage. So in total, we have lost 28.63 gems for the week, or a negative 4.9%. This table shows the cumulative performance of the investor's portfolio over the last 21 weeks. So looking at week number 21, we can see that we have invested 15,334.08 gems so far, and these are currently valued at 10,717.79 gems, giving us a total loss of 4,616.29 gems. Now looking at the table on the right side, since we are in week number 21 and we invest in 10 comics every week, we can see a total of 210 comics invested over this period. So we have the breakdown of these 210 comics and the rarity of each comic and how many of these comics were purchased over the last 21 weeks. This table shows the weekly Veve social media stats. So looking at week number 22, at the bottom, Veve has lost 421 followers on Twitter. There's no change on Discord. Veve lost 21 Facebook members for the week and also lost 312 Instagram followers for the week. This table shows the weekly Veve ImmutaScan stats on the blockchain. Looking at the bottom of the table, week number 22, we can see that Veve has minted 40,638 new tokens for the week and added 375 new unique owners for the week, leading to a TMO ratio of 11.8. The TMO ratio reflects the average number of tokens minted per unique owner, and as long as this ratio keeps going up, that means that the new unique owners are not keeping up with the new tokens minted on average, which may negatively reflect on the prices in the market. This table shows the Veve weekly growth percentage parameters for the last 21 weeks. Starting with the blue line, we can see that the tokens minted growth over the last 21 weeks was around 10%, and the unique owners growth for the same period is close to 1%, and Twitter followers growth is a decrease by almost 2% for this period, and Discord followers decreased by 4%, and Instagram followers decreased by more than 6%. This brings us to the key takeaways from this presentation. For the short term, it is obvious we are in an economic recession, and the 21-week token growth far exceeds the 21-week unique owner growth, and the social media metrics are downward trending, and this brings us to the expectation that the values will keep going sideways and to the downside for the short term. For the long term, the economy may rebound in late 2023-2024. The token burning may support values. Q1 2023, we expect mass marketing could bring new users to the app, and the TMO ratio should at least stabilize or even better reverse the upward trend to be able to sustain values. Social media following should reverse downward trend once the economy rebounds, and the token utility and gamification in the future should add value to the collectibles, and the future NFT supply and minting is key, so oversupply will suppress values regardless of the catalysts mentioned above. So the expected values for the long term really depend on the future token utility, the user growth, and Veve's future strategy. For those of you interested in the ranking methodology and key assumptions used to arrive to the top 10 undervalued comics on Veve, you can always check my video on July 30th, 2022, where you'll see all these details. In addition,
you can check my Patreon page where I do the ranking of all comics on Veve using the same analysis that you will see in this video, as opposed to only the top 10 undervalued comics, which I update weekly on this channel.
Here is a snapshot of my collection on the Veve app. You are welcome to follow me on the app by searching the Avengers logo edition number 100. It is under the Disney Golden Moments brand. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments below. As you see in my previous videos, I always respond to each and every question. If you got value out of this video, hit the like and subscribe button so that you can keep informed every week when I post updates. Thanks for watching and happy collecting.